Hello and welcome back to Alex Goes Sailing. In this episode we're going to be fitting the lifelines, the deck fittings like cleats and things like that. We'll also be putting the outboard mount on, the ladder, and also probably doing the deck drains as well, because we're almost ready for sailing, so what, maybe a few weeks away now. So we're going to get cracking with this boat and get it ready for the water. For all the deck hardware, all the lifelines, they all little mounts, all stainless steel, everything, and a couple of cleats here and there. Also the rigging, so where all the stays actually mount to, are all U-bolts. They were U-bolts. I'm upgrading. I think I'm going slightly bigger on the U-bolts just because why not? And I'm going to improve the mounting system below as well. The old mounts in my drawer of nuts and bolts. This is one of the old U-bolts, and as you can see, stainless steel plate up top. It's got another one for the bottom with the nuts. You can see the old way they sealed it. Whatever this gaskety thing is, pretty mank. But we're going to do butyl tape, wrap it round, and then just bolt it down on the deck. Obviously not this one, but like one of the newer ones, and should be quite nice, and should be sealed up nicely. If it doesn't seal, if I get a leak somewhere, I can just unbolt it, reseal it with the butyl tape. That is the beauty of it. So yeah, we're going to start bolting things to the deck. Might show you a couple other things, but yeah. Alright, we've got a couple of these plastic cleats. I don't like them, they're not good, but for now we will fit a couple of them in places that don't really matter too much. They're going to have bolts through it, but I've picked the best ones, and I'm actually got some different ones for different places, but we'll fit them, bolts through it. In my bolt box over here, I've planned all my bolts and ordered way too much stainless steel bolts. We've got like A4, M5 35mm Torx. We've got my nuts, this is M6 30mm cat head stuff, and there's so many other, like these very short ones, I think they're for the windows. We've got all the bolts, all the nuts are pretty much nylock, because then you don't have to worry about them coming undone. Loads of washers. Right, so I want to show you what I'm doing with these. I've got loads of fittings, like a couple of cleats. We've got the winches to do as well, but it's going to be the same principle over everything, like all the railings, a couple other bits like the mast mount that we've already done. But you should put your bolts in there like that, and you get your roll of butyl tape. You can get it in different colours like greys and stuff, but I want the black because why not? And just Play-Doh stuff, so you can just squeeze it around, roll it around, get it. I like to roll it up into a ball, make sure there's no like air bubbles in it, try and keep it clean as possible. Split in two bits, and then let's drop one of these bolts out, and then you can just wrap it around the base of the bolt as evenly as possible, and then it'll stay in as well, which is like the beauty of it. So I'll just do a whole bunch of these, bit some bolting on, and then I can just go up the boat all at one time, so I have to go up and down that ladder loads of times. Yeah, so it's more butyl. We're ready to go, so we'll just stick that on the thing. We've got our backing plate of fiberglass, and we've got the washers and nylock nuts. They go on the bottom, that bolt to the deck, and then we've got nice solid cleat. But yeah, that's how it's done, and I'll probably show you the end result because there is a lot of bolting to do, and I haven't got much time before the daylight runs out. So I'll let you know how it goes. Right, so I've bolted quite a lot of things to the boat now. As you can see, I've done all like the rails down there. They're looking quite good. Also mounted up the winch. We've got the rails on the side, on the Genoa tracks. They slide up and down quite nice, fit quite well. All bolted up nice. Winch clicks round. Also fitted up this little cleat as well, as with our bolts that we had as well. And I don't know if you can see, there's a little bit more squeeze out, and it's best to get something plastic, but you can just like just pull it away, and you get a nice clean finish, which is good. You go around and do that. We've also fitted this one here. Quite a lot of squeeze out on this one, so definitely don't want that to leak. This is for when the rigging set up to make it double back on the winch, but I'll show you that in probably the next episode. But again, here I just get the plastic wick and you just pull it away, and it's as easy as that. This has lost its sharpness, but I've got another tool. This is all I've got. And something that made it really easy is the impact driver. Just brilliant. Careful of over tightening, because otherwise you'll shear bolts and stuff, but this is brilliant to nip it up. And then I pinched some help from someone else just to hold the other end while I was underneath doing it all up, because inside the boat you have got all of the getting in underneath here, underneath the actual benches, which is not fun. Fitting the railing up front here isn't too difficult. Cleaned up quite well. We managed to use the old wires and turnbuckle things and get the poles fitted up quite strong, and got it bolted into the deck. Need a little bit of clean up on that. We've got these plastic cleats. They're not really for anchor, that's more for just docking up. And we've got a big anchor one there. Very strong, big, I think it's aluminium or something. Need a little bit more clean up around that. As you can see, we've got a big plate up here. We've got big backing plates underneath there. I'll probably show you them in another episode. For these two, I decided to go with it's like HDPE, which is very thick, strong plastic. Here is some HDPE from the actual cutting of the base plates for the actual chain plate up front, and the big anchor cleat that we've got going on. But yeah, this stuff is rock hard. Doesn't it flexes because it is plastic really, but not a lot of flex or squeeze in there, so not much change. So very stiff, very strong. Doesn't compress at all, so it's not like plywood, which yeah, just compress and bolts get loose and everything. So this stuff is very good. Doesn't rot as well, which is a benefit. And yeah, quite easy to drill holes in and cut as well with a jigsaw. So looking good with our hatch. We've also got these railings, which are looking quite good. They're bolted in. A little bit tricky on just the edge. Hopefully they don't leak, but you can see on the edge how they are fitting. So yeah. Now at the rear of the boat, we've got the rear cleats on there for more docking. We've also got the cleat there and the winch, and then same track on this side. So yeah. Alright, so here you can see I put these two stainless steel through holes in. They're above the waterline. I didn't want to put them too low down here, although the deck is here, so you're going to have difficulty with the deck train. But I'll probably figure that out down the line. I'll just have it rigged up to like a pump or something till I figure out what I'm going to do there, because the deck is so low anyway. Even though I put it down here, it's not going to have enough force to get out. But this one here will be for the deck drain. This one will be for the actual bilge pump in the boat. We'll probably switch that around here and there further down the line to make the actual deck drain, but for now that's the way it is. Use silica flex on this stuff. Got some tape around the edges. Gum it all up on the back of this, slide it in, do up the nut, not super tight, you let it set, then you tighten it a little bit more, and then you're all set to go. And because I had tape around the outside, all I had to do is smear it around, clean it up, remove the tape, and then pretty much perfect finish all the way around. So yeah, that's the through hole situation. And these are the only two holes on the boat, minus the actual sonar that we've got fitted. We fitted quite a while ago. That's not really a hole, it's a possible hole, but these two permanent holes. And yeah, one's deck drain, one's bilge pump for now. I also got round to fitting this ladder, which makes it super convenient to get into the boat, because I'm assuming we did not have a ladder, and it was really difficult because you had to haul yourself up onto the boat. And it's probably the best thing I fitted to this boat. Got two swivel mounts up here with some fairly decent back plates, backing plates up there, and it's got these two little stub legs. And fiberglass is very thick on this boat, so I'm not too worried about these legs here. And from the angle of how the boat is leaning at the minute, as soon as you stand on it, it kicks in and this straightens out and locks in. So it's quite a good ladder, goes plenty deep enough. And yeah, it's got little clips you can hold it up so it doesn't drag in the water, and clip that away. I also got this outboard mount on. I'm going to add HDP big backing plate up here as well on this side, but for now I've just bolted it through just to see how it fits up and see if it interferes with the outboard or anything when it's mounted up here. And the big benefit of this one, it's quite cheap, so I've had it a little while. It's started getting a little bit of surface rust, but I'll be fine. I'll just replace it if ever goes for the price of it. Probably won't buy the same one again, obviously. But so you undo these two screws on each side, you can pull this back and then it's sprung loaded, so you can spring it up and down and move the height of your outboard, which is good. So on the water, instead of having to tilt back the outboard too much, all I have to do is, I think I have it on setting 2 for the actual, when the outboard's on there and I'm using it in the water. You can go deeper if you get in some waves, so you can lower it down another setting. And then you can just raise it up, probably go right up there. Then your outboard comes out above the waterline, and then you're not dragging. And all it is those two screws in the handle, as opposed to having to try and tilt back your outboard while sailing along. So I think this should be quite a bit easier, and just tighten them up again. Right, so you can see we've got our lifelines up on top here. I managed to use one of the cables that are already on there because it felt quite well. That forwardmost one over there is a little bit bent in, but I can't really do too much about that. So I might have to do something further down the line, but for now that's all right. Didn't really do too much because it's below the knee. Just something to grab hold of, something there to stop you falling, because it's quite high up there. And if you're knocking around, you just have something to grab hold of, which is plenty good enough. It's not gonna save you that much. I mean, you can clip into it if you want to, but I don't really plan on going out in crazy weather like that. But if you do, you can clip into it. But yeah, that looks quite good, and it'd be quite handy to hang off fenders, which is probably what it's only ever going to be used for, hanging fenders on, to keep my paint nice and clean from rubbing on the dock. So yeah, but yeah, lots of good things to come on this channel. So subscribe and like, and leave a comment down below, because I do get back to you. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.